Happy Friday, y'all. It's a much better day today than yesterday. I got sleep. I'm not even going to tell y'all how much sleep I got. I kind of embarrassed my own self. But let's just say, when I saw the clock that said 6:15 this morning, I was like, oh my God, I slept half my day away. No kidding, y'all. Y'all know I started 4:30 in the morning. 6:15. I'll go ahead and tell y'all, I went to bed at 8:30. There was nothing left of me. But I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. I've been going. Let's see. Floors are swept. Floors are mopped. Of course, chickens are done. So the housework's done. The last load of 3 is in the dryer. The other 2 has been folded, put up. Some stuff we hang up to dry. So all of that's done. I'm out here in the sugar shack, and I'm doing my every Friday, I would say, chore before I start mixing with my zoot suit on. And it dawned on me as I was filing my weekly receipts. Of course, I'm getting ready to close out this month of September, moving forward to next month. And there was not one but 2 young ladies that was in the comments that asked me, would I consider doing a video showing how I stay so organized. Now, my organizing and your organizing may be very, very different. And I'm sure that they are. All of us, do things different. But as I was filing this week's receipts away, I said, why not just go ahead and share how I do things? And since we're getting close to the end of the year, this may help or inspire to start the new year come January, which is right around the corner, to try a different way. Y'all, I don't know where I left off. I could cut all this out, but you know what? Lippy ain't into all that. This is my life. I don't know where I was at in our conversation. But if y'all didn't notice, I'm looking at my phone like this because y'all ain't got glasses on. And I'm seeing it's Miss Allison. And she doing one of them FaceTime calls. I was like, oh, you just hit the green button. Well, y'all, I done told her I was saying this, okay? Because you can't make this up. Right before I... Hold up. Right before I started this video, we were talking, and she had some heavy whipping cream. She wanted to make some butter. She said, should I use my immersion blender or pull out the, how'd she put her Big Daddy food processor? I said, well, you could do it with the immersion blender. I normally do mine in the food processor if it's large, but you can do it in that. Just, you got so much in your quart, equal it out. So you got headspace for volume. That's all that was said. Y'all want to know why she had to FaceTime me? Y'all know how you clean, well, at least I do. I clean my immersion blender in the sink with soapy water. And you clean it, and then you turn it on and you rinse it. Well, she did that, That's what I think most of us do. Well, one would think. Except she didn't examine what was in her soapy water. She had one of them scouring pads. I forget what they're called. Y'all see them by my sink all the time. Y'all, she done sucked up that scouring pad. Hers was kind of stretched out, she said. Now it done shrunk about like this, and it's all wrapped around that immersion blender. I'm not kidding you. So she's sending me a picture. So I'm going to pause and insert this picture. And then I'm going to come back. And I have no idea where I left off, so we're just going to wing it. It's a Lippy video. What can I say? So did y'all see that? I was like, ooh, she said, I'm just going to keep cutting away. Now, y'all know this has happened to all of us. But the timing could not have been more perfect. Because if you ever want to mess with Lippy's head, which don't take a whole lot anyway, FaceTime me holding your immersion blender. Lippy ain't got no glasses on. And this ball of stuff is sitting there, and I'm sitting here looking at that going, I didn't have enough sense to turn my phone this way. Just saying. I'm thinking, oh, good Lord, what done happened? So I clicked off of y'all, clicked on her. So, yeah, she's had an exciting Friday, too. But I have no idea where I left off. Nope. So we're just going to... Okay, we're going to have to... I think I told y'all two ladies. Yes. Okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I had too much sleep. So anyway, before we drag out this for Saturday Night Live show, because that's very possible with Lippy and Miss Allison. Wanda was in the conversation, but she's working right now. She outside working. So she got excluded from the circus for now, but she'll be back later. We will resume where we left off, wherever that might be. But today's video is how I guess you could say organize, how I keep up with everything. Y'all know, we have a full-time job, Buddy does. This is considered a full-time job. We have a YouTube channel. We have just a life like anyone else. And in order to kind of maintain and stay organized, you got to find what works for you, and this is what works for me. So we're going to start off with my black binder. Now, Buddy knows this black binder. For whatever need he has, he can grab this black binder. Now, what I did to keep our personal information from showing, I did just some mock papers to give y'all the example. Now, I'm going to attempt at being Vanna White and hold this up. So, I'm going to drop y'all down about like that. Okay. So, when you open up your binder, you have a little pocket here. I have the word bills. So, if you have bills, and I do like to get paper bills, not just email bills, I will put them there. Or, it's just the monthly bills, because those will be filed when they're paid. All right. So then we go to this side of the binder. Here you're going to see I have login, whom, account number, username, password, and hint. Because all of us nowadays, I'm going to move this up. I can't stand to look at a camera and have my head cut off. So most of us do a lot of online. Okay, so this would really apply to the ones that do online. So every year, January 1st, I will type a new sheet or 2 or 3 or however many, you need. I will type all of our logging information, and I do it alphabetical. So then I will put the name of the company. Then I will put the account number, username, password, and most all of them have what they call security hints. Your hint could be Blue Lake, for instance, whatever. So I put the hint right there. And then I go all the way down. But I don't only do that. What I do, and let me show y'all. For instance, if I was to have a typo, okay, from last year, I am going to put the sheets that I had previously typed a year ago. Of course, you see they're hole punched. I will have those behind the current. So in case we type it in, it's like, oh, it didn't work because of a typo, a mistake, or whatever. We have last year's to go by and reference just in case we have a mistake. And that has always worked for me. Now, let's go back to current. I make sure, so let's say this was our banking information. I make sure that I have lines that I've typed, at least 4 underneath, say, our banking. Because I don't know how your bank is, but ours, every 90 days, 4 times a year, we have to give a new password. That's for security. So that allows me to take my pen, scratch out the password that was current, and handwrite on one of the empty lines what my new password would be. And the reason why we do this in this black folder, and we've had this binder probably 10 years, and we've always used a black binder, is because say that I'm down, I'm sick, whatever could happen. He knows that all of the information is for him to be able to log in and so forth, pay bills, is going to be in this binder. Now, how we pay bills. And there's a lot to my madness, I guess, if you will. Now, I have a lot of these ledgers. Okay, these are just, can you see? I'm going to move you back. Okay, that's better. Okay, this is just a ledger book. Now, this happens to be a 6 column. Last year I found them. They were only 4 columns, but I bought 4 of them. I'm good for 5, 6 years. But in the column, you see this is, I made a mock sheet. So therefore, I have 6 of these pages that I will pull out for taxes or for last year's records. That's why I said, because I use front and back. So here you'll see, say we had utilities. Whom I will have either the month, which ours is monthly, yours may be bi-weekly, weekly, however it is, but how you're going to pay your bills. We pay ours by the month. Right here, you're going to write who it's to. I just put electric, okay? I'm going to put the date that it is due, and I'm going to put the word D, meaning automatic draft. If I was to put the word P, as in Paul, that means that's a payment. We have to make a payment on that. But all of our monthly obligations will be listed in this column. The amount that we're going to pay for this month in this column. And I have the month normally, say right here, this would be January 2023, February 2023. If you were bi-weekly, it would be January 1, 2023, and say January 15th. However that works for you guys. Ours is just monthly. So I'll have the date, to whom, and how much we paid. So when we get to the end of the year, which like I said, see, mine is right here. See, I'll give you a glance. Oh, sorry. I can then tally that up, and I know exactly how much we paid for utilities, how much we paid for the year for internet, and then so on, because you have plenty of room at the bottom that you can then give yourself a yearly tally, and that just speeds closing out the end of the year books. Okay, now I'm going to show y'all my file cabinet to, let's say, the seasoning. Same principle in my metal file cabinet, but that has our bank statements, because I can go ahead and get those again online if something was to happen and I lost records. Everything that I keep in here in file is things that I can reprint. Okay, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to show you the shop, the Sugar Shack Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends file cabinet. It's very easy, but it's what I do to achieve closing out the end of the year, and I can do it in a half a day or less because of what I practice every week and then every month. So we're going to start as in I'm sitting at this desk, and I'm going to turn you around. Okay, you can see good here. In this basket, it says inbox. So if we go get chicken feed, whatever it is that we do that I need to save for taxes. Now, my grocery tickets go in here, but I don't keep up with those because I know about what I can spend a month, and, you know, I just don't fool with the grocery tickets. But any other ticket, chicken feed, gas, purchases that I have to make here, everything that we've done goes into the inbox, bam, in here. Every Friday, I will pull my basket down. Don't y'all love how I move you? Every Friday, I'll pull my basket down. And I will close this week's out. And what I do is I take the receipts and I put them, whether that be farm, meaning chickens, garden, for instance, I'm trying to think, fuel, you know, things that I need to keep up with. And I will tally them up on my 10 key, and I will take the total and I will staple it. So at the end of the month, I have 4 little stacks that I can add up right on the ticket and file them. And I'm going to show you what I mean. I just grabbed the chicken and the garden folder just for video purposes. So for instance, this is January of 2023, okay? How much we spent, and I tallied it up and I stapled it, okay? Then I have what we spent in February. And so as you can see, I'm now closing out the 9th month, headed to October, November, and then close out December. And then on December's, I will take and put another piece of paper, staple it, and add up every one of these. And I have my total sitting in an envelope, which is right here. I'll just take an envelope, put it in the envelope, right on there, Farm and Garden 2023, and I can put the amount. So if I'm ever audited, whatever, Lord forbid, but you know how the IRS is, they done got hungry now. Here's my little receipts. But I don't only do that. I will make copies. If it warrants something that I need a copy of, I'm going to make a copy, because these tickets will fade over time. So that's one way that I keep up with. And like I said, grab it, close your week out, come the end of the month, you pull your little stack, you add it up, put the amount, staple it, and you're done. Okay, without opening the folders, keeping our information private, you're going to see this applies to Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends. I have a copy. Everything is copied to the original. The originals do sit in our safe. We have recipes, office supplies, shipping, shop invoices, farm and feed supplies, the YouTube labels, advertisement, banking. I also keep up with my miles and my maintenance on a weekly basis. So as you can see, it's very simple, but it works for me. You know, I spend maybe 30 minutes every Friday, maybe, pulling out my tickets or whatever it is that I put in there and filing it in its appropriate spot, which stays close. I'm not running everywhere. But like I said, a lot of, like my license, the recipes, things like that, that is very important, what I call vital records, okay? Those are housed in our safe. I'm not just going to entrust keeping important documents in this building or even loose in our home for thievery, fires, and so on. So you always need to have a little backup plan. But what I do with my vital records, I'm fixing to insert how we file vital records, how we file warranty, and I will explain in this clip that I did in the house this morning before I came out. And this may also help you guys. So therefore, I can grab one thing, and I know that's where I need to be for that particular document or something that I'm trying to find. So real quick, I'm fixing to insert what I showed you guys this morning in video, and then we'll be back and we can discuss it. And hopefully this helps some of you moving forward to a new year, that it doesn't have to be complicated, because to me, as simple as it can get is the better it is for us. And this routine works for me. I know Buddy can grab this folder. I know Buddy can grab another black 4-inch binder So if anything ever happened, he has 2 binders he can grab, and our whole life is really within those 2 binders. So here's the clip that I filmed early this morning before I came out here. And for instance, we know that the black binder holds our most important papers. I don't mind showing this because it doesn't have our vital information, but you'll see that it's itemized in auto insurance, boat insurance, auto titles, property records, the partial assessments, birth records, living will, passport, gun permit, copies of our driver's license, and all the most important documents are housed in this black binder. And I can do this and give it instance. Move that out of the way. And I have black folders here, and those are listed what they are in each folder. Now this is just an accordion folder. I normally have to change them out about every 10 years. This one would house our animal records, medical, life insurance. Now this accordion folder is our warranty. And I definitely want to show you this one. This is the one that I will go into every December towards the end of the year. I'm holding this up with one hand, but you'll see there's one for Home Depot. There's one for Lowe's, Tractor Supply. And what it is I put anything that we purchase that has warranty in each folder. Come the end of the year, I will go through each folder, and any warranty that has expired, I will remove that ticket. And I do this every December. So it helps to keep up with your warranty when you buy drills or whatever the case may be. And then sometimes we have to add or remove. As you can see, these 2 tabs here have nothing on them. That's because we do not shop at these 2 particular stores that I did remove the tags from. So that allows me to add. But that's how we keep up with our home warranty. Okay, so you saw the 4-inch black binder. And I didn't give our personal information, but I showed you how I list. So everything that's in that large binder is listed on the front. And you saw how I showed the folders of what goes where. Okay, so that's even easier come the end of the year if you need to go through it and say you, I don't know, sold a car, sold a truck, whatever. You can pull old information out and just keep your record. I also showed you how we do our warranty. It's those cheap $5 accordions. We've had them for years because when you're not fooling with them all the time, they'll last forever. And I just pull little stickers off and add another little sticker if we went and purchased something with warranty at a store that we've not used before. So that helps us keep up our warranty. So at the end of the year, I go through each pocket. I look at the warranty. If it has expired, I chunk it. If it hasn't, I leave it in there. So it also helps us keep up with our warranty, you know, like our stove and so forth. And then you saw the other file that had the animal records, that had some life insurance and some medical records. And that's only medical records too, like our blood types, things of that nature. So that is all housed in our safe. But by separating those the way that I do, it makes it so easy for Buddy. So this will actually go back in, set down, and we know what this is, or the large folder, or the 2 accordions. And I just showed you how I keep up with my files pertaining to Miss Lippy's Bayou Blends. What I didn't show you was my double metal file cabinet that has our personal. And I didn't want to show that in video, but y'all are welcome to see the Sugar Shack because, I mean, it's just common sense stuff. Recipes, labels, shipping, you know, on and on and on. It has to do with the YouTube channel. So that's how I do it. I hope it was informative. I know y'all got a chuckle with Miss Allison. I mean, who wouldn't? So yeah, now it's time that I stop jaw jacking and get my Zoop suit on, because I've got to mix, and well, it's a makeup, 3 5-gallon buckets of seasoning today. I'm dreading it. That's why I'm kind of prolonging this video. Because I'm dreading it. I'm going to look like Rudolph tonight. My poor nose. But I've got a thicker mask, and it's helping some. But I think Buddy's right. We're going to have to figure out how to put a... They're small. These systems that suck the dust out, or in this case, the seasoning. So it's not so pungent in here and it's flying around the air, because, y'all, my eyes water, my nose run. It's a hot mess when I walk out of here. But it's worth it, because, you know, what did I always say? If it feels like work, something's wrong. But if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. So I love what I do. I don't classify it as work. I classify it as a blessing that I get to have this life, you know, shadowing my dad, sharing it with y'all who love my spices, and yeah, it makes it all worth it. But if we can figure out a way to kind of keep the air a little bit more cleaner, then all means, I say, let's do it, buddy. Let's figure it out. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to today, but on the other hand, I am. So don't know when I'll see you again. I'm sure to be soon, because Buddy does have a video that he's got to do that kind of got put on the back burner with everything that happened this week. So y'all probably see it this weekend, because we're fixing to ramp up the fall and gardening, and we're excited to share that with y'all. But as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.